Hello everybody, this is Lord Rivnitra here, and I want to talk about another ReZero theory. I want to get more of these out there, but it's just sometimes so hard to think them up, but I randomly was talking to my friend the other day while playing Grand Theft Auto online, and I don't know why we were talking about Reinhard, and then all of a sudden we started mentioning that, because it's a proven fact that, if you give someone a witch factor, it gets, it cancels out the divine blessing of what, the person has. So then that made me think, what if Reinhard got a witch factor? It just cancels out all his divine blessings, wouldn't it? So then I'm like, is that how they're gonna get rid of him? Is by pulling a Colonel Mustang on him? I don't know if any of you have seen Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, but around the end of it, Colonel Mustang gets held down by Pride, and then they force him to go through the gate, which then he loses his sight in the process, and, it's possible that maybe you can force a witch factor on someone. I mean, all you have to do is, I'm pretty sure, deal the killing blow to a person, or it can just be put into you, just like the Sloth Witch factor into Betelgeuse. So then I was thinking, which one would they make him? And then I realized Pride, because it's hard for them to keep a Pride Archbishop. But what if Reinhard became the Archbishop of Pride? I feel like it might make sense. He's one of the most prideful characters in the whole show, and of course, who would come up with this awesome plan? Well, you see, I put Pandora up there, so obviously I feel like she might be the one to plan it out. But I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong. I just wanted to get I guess you could say a quick video up. Now, how would they do it? I don't know how they do it, because it's hard. It's hard to deal with Reinhard. I mean, he's one of the most bullcrap characters in the whole show, up there with Pandora and Satella. He can just want a divine blessing and then obtain it, basically. For example, the Phoenix one, where, if he dies, he will just come back to life. And you can only use it once. Unless you're Reinhard, who can just want it back as soon as you come back to life. Projectiles can't, hit him. Your first attack will always miss. Your second attack and every attack after that will always miss. So, how would they force him to, taking the witch factor? And the best guess I got is it's probably gonna be food. It's gonna be associated with food. There's gonna be some banquet somewhere, and, he's gonna eat some food. It's gonna have the Pride Witch factor in it. And then that's how he becomes, it's not gonna make him the Archbishop of Pride. It's just gonna force him to, get that witch factor. And then, also, characters that are more like their sin seem to not be overcome by the sin. While characters that are, not that, sorry, I even confused myself by saying this. Basically, the best example I can think of is, Betelgeuse, him putting Sloth inside himself. He is one of the most diligent characters in the whole show, and then, all of a sudden he goes crazy because it's hard to control a witch factor that you're not compatible with. He's not slothful. He really isn't, so, that's one of the reasons he probably went crazy. Now my friend thinks that Regulus Cornelius isn't really that greedy. I can't really think of a way how he is greedy, but maybe he is, and maybe that's why he wasn't really overcome by the witch factor. I don't know. But I feel like Reinhard would not be overcome by the Pride witch factor, but it definitely could go inside. A witch factor can go inside anyone. And once it does, it gets rid of doesn't really get rid of them, but cancels out all your divine blessings. So it would make Reinhard basically useless, because he relies on them too much, I feel like. I mean, obviously he's a good swordsman. He is one of the Knights of Lagunica. He is a Astrea. But still, I feel like he might rely on his divine blessings way too much. So, like, what would happen to him if he didn't have those divine blessings? So, yeah, I got 5 minutes out, I guess, out of this. I realized earlier I only got 2, and I just wanted to kind of just keep rambling. I'm sorry about that, but thanks for anyone that watches this video. I just wanted to mention a quick discussion, theory-ish video about Reinhard and how they might get rid of him, because they can't just have Reinhard get rid of Satella at the end of the show, or, you know, they just can't have Reinhard be a big issue for the enemies at the end of the show. Like, they're gonna have to get rid of him eventually. And I think that's how they're gonna do it. They're gonna pull a Colonel Mustang on him, they're gonna, yeah, get rid of his divine blessings, and then bam, he's basically useless. Alright, thanks for watching. I am Lord Revnitria, and I will see you guys in the next video.